Welcome.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Welcome, everyone. Episode number 1. Or the pilot, if we're going to call it the pilot.
The pilot, yeah.
Idle Talk. So, podcast that we decided to start coinciding with the Winginit Motorsports YouTube channel. This is number 1. The 4 of us are going to be the host, and then we'll swap sort of in and out from time to time as we get some guests on and as hopefully it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. I guess we'll just start off with introducing ourselves. A little rundown on the cars that we drive and what we're doing to them, if we are doing anything to them currently. Ryan, if you want to kick us off. Red flag Ryan over there.
We'll get to that.
We will get to that.
My name is Ryan Stockham. Stockham, for those. I drive a VS Mang with a turbo on it. Makes a whole bunch of horsepower.
A lot of fucking zoot noises.
I like to do skids. That's basically it, I guess.
And not touch walls.
Yeah.
No, I like walls, apparently. Especially after Rocky Nats.
So where is it at the moment?
At Classic Lacquer GC on the Gold Coast. Getting fixed, because I hit the wall 3 times at Rocky Nats.
The same guys that painted Winginit as well.
Yeah,
Andrew.
And Mitch.
Yeah, Andrew, the buddy.
Shout out. So yeah, that's down there getting fixed right now. Getting ready for our next event, which we'll talk about later on.
And that's it? Just fresh paint, everything else is all sweet?
Nah, it ended up melting the piston. Yeah, that motor's...
Piston.
That motor, it's still sweet, but yeah, another piston will go again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically it. Damo, give us a
Sweet.
rundown on Winginit
Yeah.
and the car that got this all going.
Yeah, well, Damian Stockham, brothers, obviously. But, so got the VB Commodore, Winginit, L98, stock, bottom end, unopened from GM, actually. Cam, bit of top end work and a good bit of technology sitting on the top, good old carby. But it's still running good after Rocky Nuts. I do want to freshen it because it's been 4 years now, I think, of thrashing it, so it's definitely due for an open up and a bit of an inspection. But concentrating, same thing. There was a fucking magnet on that wall. Hit the fucking back right hand corner.
For some of you.
They turned it off for you, cunt. But yes, so tap that in a bit, which that wasn't the bad part. I actually have pressed that out and got the boot straight and all nice and closed and everything like that. But when I've straightened it, it's popped a few sections of bog out that knew some of it was there, but some of it I didn't. But it's popped that out and got a donor shell. I've cut that whole fucking rear section off, and I'm just going to be taking patches and the arch and get all that together. But that's where it's at the moment. Mainly the body work, and then back down to classic lacquer and get another freshen up.
Nice. Yeah, the fact that it's unopened from factories, that's sick.
And there's still no signs of needing to do it, but I'm like, yeah. No, my luck. I don't want to fucking push it.
Yeah.
At least get some bearings and rings in it. That's all I'm going to do. Bearings, rings, another set of head gaskets, and
go another 4 years.
Send the exact fucking thing.
Nice. Craig Meston, owner of Pinky VK
Hollywood.
Commodore. So after Rocky, the car wasn't too bad. Just got some minor exhaust issues that I'm working through at the moment. Which we'll talk about, I guess, coming up soon from the event that we just had. But it's a LS1 stock bottom end. It's got a cam in it.
Gen 3.
Gen 3 rods and pistons currently. It's got a cam I got off Marketplace. Same technology as yours up the top. Nice little carby sitting up there. And the rest of it's pretty much how it's been for years since it got built.
Nice.
But that's pretty much it.
It's actually, you got a hold of the Turbo Killer, didn't you? The Turbo Killer cam.
Turbo Killer cam,
Because they were actually, I went to get one of them once, I think for the SS, and it just wasn't, no stock.
Ah, rightio.
So I think they were fucking...
Yeah, it was like $200 on Marketplace. So.
Yeah.
cheap and nasty, but it seems to love it. So
Fuck yeah.
yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, and I'm loving it too. So yeah, you boys build a strong engine.
A few little teething issues.
Definitely thrashed it. Yeah.
That thing was only meant to be like together for like 6 months until we had another engine on the go. But
Yeah.
Yeah, then I sold those internals because someone
went bigger.
Yeah, someone went bigger, and I wasn't having that. So then, yeah, so yeah, was supposed to go, and build like a big engine, and then just put the slap in something else, or sell it or whatever, or keep it as just a spare one. But I'm kind of having a lot of fun with it at the moment.
It's fucking done its job, and I can't believe it's just still.
And I'm loving it. So
getting its neck ringed out, and just.
And if I do pop it, I'll be like, oh, like it's all
life.
good. It doesn't owe me. Yeah.
It's been in there over a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been probably
more than
longer than that. Like
Rocky Nuts
last
year.
2 Rocky Nuts ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Still well.
and it's getting thrashed harder and harder now. So I seem to lean on it a bit more than I was at the start. But yeah, and it's love and life. So yeah,
Get some good eBay pipes on it. And
yeah.
be
So
fixed.
yeah, we sorted out sort of a game plan. I think order some new headers and shit, get them in, and then tubs are getting done as well. I got a guy welding up some new tubs for me, so
man.
they'll go in before the next event, and then it should be sweet. Panel work and that's all good. Don't need to touch any of that. That's it. Just slight little digs every now and again.
See Damo out there with the hammer later on, back corner.
My plastic bumpers fall off. That's about it. They just keep getting pumped off, but you can replace them easily. You steel bumper boys, a bit different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Leadfoot Barber.
Yeah.
Yowdy. Kieran Barber, owner of Cuddles, which is a VH, was an SLE. It was a nice street car, and then I bought it. And then it's just sort of steadily gone downhill from there.
I'm hearing you on that.
Burnout's very, very hard on your car. If you do them here and there, it's like it's all good. But I've definitely noticed we're all going through it now, where it's like your inner skin of Pinky's tubs are just getting ripped out by the belt slap and whatnot. It's the same on mine. Yours is starting as well.
Getting pushed into the fucking boot.
Yeah. So Cuddles is
it's very hard sport, like on the cars.
Oh yeah.
It's a 871 blown 4.8 litre LS and turbo 400 and a 9-inch behind that. Built the turbo 400 myself in the garage. Just bought the book and then bought like a rebuild kit with like all the big clutches and shit in it. It's got an aspirated converter, which is probably getting its like 5500 converter that's getting its its neck rung. I love it. I go through stages with it and that, but yeah, same as Damo hit the wall in the at Rocky. Like I hit the wall in the same spot as Damo when we tried to swing it around in the exit chute, just a bit too tight.
I just came in way too fucking hot.
Same. Yeah. I watched the video and I'm like, dude, like, come on, like, you weren't making that.
No, I should not have aimed it up.
I remember standing at the end of that pad watching yours, and I was like, oh fuck, he's coming in hot.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of dunk. Yeah, right, there it is.
You think it's going to be all good, and you got to give it a shot. So you know, it's all just learning, and the steel bumpers probably saved us too.
It's so misleading in the car too.
Oh, definitely.
In the car, you're like, oh, I've got.
Yeah.
It looks like fairly wide, and it is. But then you're like, oh, I'm doing all right. But then from the outside, you can be like, oh, he's going pretty quick.
Yeah.
Just with your wheels spinning at the rear, going 300 k's an hour, it's like a friggin' gyroscope. So as your car's coming around, it doesn't want to stop. It wants to keep going.
And
so you're going to try and use your brakes to stop it, and it's like...
Yeah.
All the wall to stop it, either one.
Yeah. And what I found at some of that, you don't want to back, like, because backing off, obviously, slow the tyres and get you to pull up, but then you drop the revs.
Yeah.
You get
much smoke and everything.
It's like, yeah, most of the time it's like you've just got to commit. And hope to fuck you don't hit it.
And it's one of those ones too. Like sort of halfway through, you're like, I think I've got it, or you'll know and you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna hit it for sure.
One thing I was going to say is I never actually really meant to build a burnout car from the outset. I was actually trying to build something that would go drag racing.
Yeah,
that was where I started, and then I sort of met these guys and met Craig and whatnot, and did a skid myself and thought, well, like this is, really gets the adrenaline pumping. It's a really big rush.
The feeling's undescribable.
Yeah, and sort of just fell into it. So I'm not even really like a hardcore skid guy. I'm actually a drag racer, and I would like to go back that way eventually. But
I think it was only, when was it? How much longer before we met Kieran was that blow your cobwebs out at QR?
that one where you got like all
during
day
COVID.
to
It was
yourself.
like mid-COVID, yeah. Oh, we had like a couple of hour sessions that you bought, but it was 10 cars max on the track, do whatever you want. It was honestly the
Far out.
biggest, like the best day. Like we were fucking, after we ended up doing 2, so we ended up doing 4 hours straight on the track, and we were fucked. We were like, yeah, that's enough. Like out of fuel, out of tires. That was
Fucking
literally
hell.
the first time I'd put it on a pad, and it was the pad off the side of the straight on the main straight.
Oh, the old little one.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Before it got extended, they were like, yeah, go hard, so we fucking just don't go on the track. And I've actually got a video, we might be able to bloody add it in, but I had second-hand tyres on, so they hadn't even gone down the belt yet, but as I had whipped off the concrete onto the track, just being an old tyre, it threw the belt off in the middle of the track and took out the whole lower part of my quarter that turned out to be made of bog.
Oh, shit.
And
Far out.
that I'm pretty sure was like one of the first times I'd done it, because all the time I'd said the same thing. Like I'd loved burnouts, grew up doing them. In that car, I was like, I just didn't want to destroy the back of it.
Mm.
And then after the first time, it just didn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah, you do it once and then you kind of like, it gets a belt slap on it or it gets like something like that and you're like, oh, like it's done now.
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden it just,
got to paint it anyway. I mean,
yeah, and then it just seems to,
And then your quarters are folded in. You're like, oh, it was already looking a bit shit. And then your inner skin starts peeling out. You're like, oh, I was
Yeah.
going to tub it anyway. And you're
all of
like,
a sudden you just like,
Neck
you,
minute.
you literally just skid the thing into the fucking ground. Then you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Like, but on the outside it can look like pretty mint. It's underneath where it's just getting destroyed.
yeah,
But yeah, it's like you spend all this time and money and you prep them and you paint them and they look Mickey Mouse on the outside and it takes one skid
no,
and it's fucking all
definitely.
gone.
100%.
Like I know Andrew
Yeah.
looked at yours after that first skid and was just like, fuck.
Yeah,
And that,
That's
yours
Summonats,
is looking,
yeah,
yours
yeah.
is looking so mint too.
Oh,
Like it
dude.
looked mint rolling
Your
into something else. It looked
doors-
fucked after day one. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
well.
First skid.
we were
Like-
looking at it, and I remember being like, that all that paint had just chipped off. It looked exactly like it did before
Yeah.
it got painted, and
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Which we all knew, like you knew too
Yeah.
going
One
in.
skid.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
One skid down Skid Row, or like the first tyres that popped,
Yeah.
it was going to destroy it.
We all fucking knew, but Andrew was a bit surprised.
But, yeah.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think he knew the extent.
Oh, dude,
He was
I,
like,
no,
yeah, it's gonna
honestly,
get a
I
bit of
didn't think
slap,
it was going to
but
be that bad.
I
that
didn't think it was
quickly.
going to hit the fucking door again.
I thought there'd be
Because
a little
hit
bit.
the
you
door
know?
handle, didn't it? Like the rear door handle got
Yeah.
the scratches and shit.
As soon as it bashes, because we never straightened the bottom of the quarters, we left them and just repainted the car and left that tiny little bit bent in because I was like, it's going to happen again anyway. As soon as they seem to be bent in, it acts as like a funnel and throws the belts out. They come out and then hit the door
yeah.
on the way in, because when the first couple skids, when the guards were fresh, didn't actually go up on the guard or the door. It all did get taken up by that lower panel, but
Yeah.
after it's been belted in a bit and pushed out of the road, creates like
Yeah.
a V that pushes like outwards,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, it must just throw the slap outside the guard.
And you can have, the belt this long slapping around.
Yeah.
Like if there's a little bit that hangs on.
Oh, yeah.
You can have
Yeah.
half a meter just getting thrown around at 300 kilometers an hour and just chews your doors and your cars down.
Yeah,
And it depends on which way you're going too, I guess. Like left or right, it's going to slap one harder than the other. Or if you tend to go one way more than the other two, it'll fuck one side.
oh, definitely.
So
Speaking of belt slap, we just had a bit of belt slap over the last week. We were at an event.
yeah, went to Friday's Ryan Cobb's event.
Yeah, what a fucking good day that
And
was.
yeah, absolutely amazing day.
We put up a video to that. We might put a link up over in the.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the video is
So you
the
can see it.
Friday's event video is live. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the YouTube channel.
Yep.
Awesome day. Watch
Yeah.
it if you've got a some
Absolutely
spare time,
amazing.
because it's you
Like-
really see how much track time you get
Yeah.
for and the value for money. If you want to go on a track, it's like unbeatable, man.
Yeah. I got to the point where I was like, all right, I need to weigh up how much fuel I've got left,
Yeah,
how many tires I've brought, and I
Yeah.
took 7 sets.
Yeah.
And I there was a thrash session I didn't go in
Yeah.
because I was like, I just need to pick and choose now
Yeah, you
what
gotta-
I'm gonna
gotta
do.
savor it a
So yeah,
bit,
next
yeah,
time I'll
yeah.
take fucking 10 sets of tires and I'll be
Oh.
sweet. But for that one, I was like 7 sets in one day. The car's never done more than like 3 maybe in one day or 2
Yeah.
if it's lucky.
Yep.
And yeah, I was like 130, 140 litres of methanol. Like, we should be sweet. And yeah, at 10:30, I looked at you and I was like, I think I'm running into a problem here. I need to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do for the rest of the day. And you're like, it's 10:30 in the morning. I was like, yeah, dude, I've got problems.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I sat the skid one aside. I was like, right, they're definitely skids. The radials are definitely for roll racing. And I was like, right, now I need to pick what
There
I
was
do.
the drift playground that
Yeah.
chewed up a couple of sets.
Yeah, 2 sets on there. The not a skid pad. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
But while we are on the topic of Fridays too, before we get further into the event, Ryan Cobb is our major sponsor as well. So
Yep.
Octane
He's
Apparel,
Yep.
he's jumped on board, given
Seeing some hope in us.
showing some support, and we definitely appreciate it. It's absolutely unreal.
Definitely.
100%.
Sort of get in, he's jumped on, before the first episode's even been filmed. So
Yeah.
we we can't thank him enough. Appreciate it. Like, it's absolutely amazing. He'll support us sort of from the ground up, and hopefully watch us grow. So, we'll definitely
100%.
touch on his events as we go through the year, and he does all of our merch. He does everything. So
He's like, he pretty well like changing the scene of
of
flooded
100%.
events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like everything he's got his hand in is just he's crazy. He's just top notch. Like I give it to him. He must be flat out all the time. Just
the dude's a workhorse.
the
Like
events,
it's
the
crazy.
merch, like
and then
everything he
photography
does.
as well.
Yeah,
And then traveling to events too, like
Yeah,
he's going to Gazanats, did Brushanats, did Chocolate Meltdown.
Yep.
Like the dude travels all up and down
Yep.
the East Coast for the scene. Like his whole heart and everything is in this scene.
100%, just keeping it alive, and
Yeah.
obviously that's why we come on saying like,
And,
whenever he
and-
needed a hand and stuff. And
Yeah.
I know Ryan's actually worked the last few events.
Good
Yeah.
old red flag Ryan.
Old red flag Ryan.
Yeah. And the event Fridays is, it's an amazing event. Like we were just saying, the track time, everything.
Yeah.
From the very get-go, like you roll in, scrutineering, absolute breeze.
What was it? 8 o'clock on the track, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8:15,
Yeah.
I think was the first family cruise session.
And
at 8
like you
o'clock,
said
yeah.
before, it was like 10:30. You were saying like being on the track, fucking done drifting,
Yeah.
done racing.
Yeah.
You're like
By
fuck,
10:30, I'd,
Yeah, by 10:30.
Yeah. The only thing I hadn't done was
I've
skids
done-
yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
amazing. And it was great too. It was the first time I'd been able to put the car in that scenario too. I'd only ever just skidded it. So
Yeah.
it was good to be able to just lap it around, which we all did. We jumped in. I had the 4 of us in there. Hannah was in there as well. Went out there with the radials and just stuck the boot into it a little bit just to see sort of how it would handle. It went great just in the family session. So nothing too crazy. Can't smoke the tyres or anything, but just sort of cruise around.
Yeah.
Peeled off, put a set of 15s on, then went out with you and
In the thrash session.
had a practice, thrash session. Went off the road, went off the track
Went
once.
mowing a bit.
Yeah. Grabbed some potatoes on the way through.
I was stoked when I
But-
saw that. I was like, yes, look, he's actually giving it
Yeah.
a crack.
Because I've never,
Yeah.
I've never been in the situation to roll and just stab it like power, sort of try and power skid. So it was good to have Damo's like, right, do this, do that, and I was like, all right. So I just come around the corner first, booted it, just hit top gear, and it seems to step out arse end to the right, real heavy, which you sort of notice
yeah.
like fairly. And I was just into it, even though it was kept going. I was like, oh yeah, like this feels all right, knowing I'm starting to do this, and then you're like, back off a little bit. And then got it straight, and then you feel it sort of whip around, and then the next corner was when I stabbed it, and it went out. I backed off, and then the front left. I think you saw it lock up on the video too, and it just bit, and that's when we went
Yeah.
potato.
Oh,
I can looking for
Straight
potatoes and shit. So
And me too. I'll do anything in a car, but I'm always been skeptical of getting in the passenger seat. And the
Yeah.
first fucking lap, I reckon I could have bent that fucking roll bar.
I heard you go ooh, and I was like, oh shit,
Clench up.
He's-
I got harnesses, roll bar.
and it was
this
just
one
dong
we
dong
do.
dong dong dong, and then
Yeah.
back on. And so then from there, your advice was all right, like lean into it, hit top gear, get it going, and then as you start to like you can anticipate it starting to go, then back off and just do them a little bit until I get
Yeah.
used to it.
It's the
And
sudden
then
reactions that fucking.
yeah, and then I started to get further and further. And by the time you jumped in, I was doing like longer sort of
yeah.
rolling power skids, and
Oh,
was like,
looking
all right
at
now,
it.
and you could tell like, oh, he's steering it like way different
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
first bit.
Yeah,
Because the
it's
first bit you're really reactive, and then you're like, oh, yeah, I'll just do little movements,
Yeah.
big movements out there.
You got to like flow with it. Just sit there and just
Yeah,
fucking.
it was
Yeah.
cool, and like talking about a car that's 37 years old, like, and the bushes in the front are probably not fantastic. so
Definitely.
probably moves like a bit of a tugboat, but it was just good to sort of experience that. And then drag racing, having passengers roll racing was fucking pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like we did 5 races, lost the first 2, and then won the next 3, which was pretty cool.
Yep.
Just sort of getting used to that. Yeah. And it's hard too. Like the most daunting thing I found, because I've never raced it either, so I've never even put it down the strip. So, but coming around that corner, and you got someone next to you can just hear it spooling, and you're like, oh, I'm about to get fucking dusted. The thing's just whistling beside you. You're like, cool, bro. And then all of a sudden, like you're into it, and you can see, like, you're not always side by side, like maybe a little bit, And you're just watching old mate hit that fade, and you hear this thing starting to fucking come on. You're like, fuck, he's about to just launch it.
Oh yeah, so, they get them going pretty quick.
Yeah, but so by 10:30 we had family cruise, thrash sessioned. I think I did one hit on the drift pad, then roll raced, another thrash session, another drift pad, 2 competition burnouts.
Yep,
and that was the whole day done and dusted.
Full on day.
And we left at like 9. I think probably something like that.
Yeah.
We were at the gate.
Well, we were at the gate super early because we...
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to get there and just
early,
offer a hand and stuff. So I think we're at the gate at 5 a.m.
Yeah. It is a massive day, but it's so much track time. Like, if you don't have enough tyres, enough fuel, you have to pick what you want to do.
Yeah, you've honestly got to take... Yeah, you've got to prepare. Like,
yeah. And the caliber of cars too, like Luxfer, Too Cranky, Misfit.
Yeah,
they were rolling around out there. Like, Brett Page with his Fairlane. Legal come up.
It was good to see
Pete Thompson come up as well from New South Wales.
Yep.
He lost the slap off, but shit happens, eh?
Yeah.
I think I'm 2-0 against him now, so that's pretty good. Sorry, Pete. But yeah, and Phoenix as well. Matt with Phoenix, like he come up as well from New South Wales. Like starting to get some big cars that are willing to travel.
And Mick Fry.
Granger stole the show.
Damn.
There's nothing that dude can't do in a car.
It just fucking thing like leaps off the ground when he hits the throttle. Like it's just fucking mental.
Yeah,
like,
you can see the whole. You can see the whole front end like twist.
Yeah,
and he's just into it.
Yeah,
like.
But the car control of it, man. Like, I mean, you could put I feel like you could put him in pretty much any car and he'd still drive the absolute wheels off it.
Oh, what was it? Every straight, fucking half the corners, just.
I was over getting tyres
until the tyres were gone and then back in.
Yeah. I was swapping tyres around with Andrew Murphin, muscle car tyres. I was over there because he had a setup there. So I was over there swapping some around. And then Granger was rolling the 20s and that's what he like power skids on.
Yeah.
And one's worn out a lot more than the other one.
Yeah, I've seen that on his
And he's
Facebook,
like, when he's going sideways, it's lifting the wheel off the ground. And so then one's chewing a lot more than the other one.
Yeah.
So you can still see the wear marks on like one side compared to the other.
Yeah.
So he's saying he can feel it lifting one wheel off the ground and smashing it back down again.
Yep.
So he's trying to combat that while being sideways at like how many kilometers an hour he's doing.
Yeah.
So there was like 4 20 sitting there, and 2 were worn down to like belts pretty much, and the other 2 still had like a little bit of tread on them. And he's like, it's just from whichever corner he's doing, that's the way it's kicking.
You do find that too. I found when I went out to like the Friday night drifts in my car, I was cooking one tyre and
more than
it wasn't like a big difference, but you could see one still had a few lines and one was like on the fucking belts from always hitting the fucking same corners down the same way.
Well, that last corner coming onto the front straight is a big long sweeping right hander where your left wheel's going to be biting in and your other wheels, your right wheel's going to be and he was definitely coming in hot to the front straight like every single time.
Yeah. And the demo skid as well. We did demo skid on the main straight.
Done the demo skid. That was pretty. That was
I watched them do that shit for ages. I was like, fuck, that looks pretty sick. And then like you're the only one on the track too, so it's like all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
There's a couple of rules. Don't hit the grass. Yeah. If you pop tires,
pull
stop
off,
and then
pull off. Yeah.
So, which is good. Yeah. It was pretty cool to have a crack at that. It was Misfit Granger.
Brett Page.
Yeah, Brett Page. That Fairlane is fucking sick too.
Oh, tough as guts, man. I love that thing. We were right next to it.
And he street drives it too, which is crazy.
Dude, it come in off the cruise route. I think it was the first up in the morning, like 8 a.m., 8:30. He pulled back in, I think, after the family session. And I got a shot of it on the YouTube video. And there's actual like icicle, like you could have picked it off the side of the hat and put it in your drink. It was like an actual, it wasn't just like a little bit of frost on there. It was like solid ice.
Solid chunk of ice.
Yeah. Unreal.
That's
just
crazy.
in this one spot, like it must have just hit the air right or whatever. And it's just awesome to see.
Yeah.
Tough as guts.
And they've got an orange ute as well, which they street drive as well. So they used to skid back in the day.
Yeah.
And now, and that was the first time he skidded that thing too. In that demo skid, which is pretty awesome to see.
How good was it that they released the scores for the
I've
skids.
seen that.
Yeah.
that's
Fantastic.
100%.
That was
you can
awesome.
see exactly where you are. You're like, oh yeah, sweet. One of the judges,
Really
one of the
awesome.
judges of mine was like, limiter.
Limiter.
I was like, yeah, definitely used,
limiter Meston.
used all of it.
Yeah.
So, which I knew too. Like I could tell halfway through the skid.
Yeah.
You could just tell you like, oh yeah, I'm leaning on this thing hard. Like, so yeah, I knew it's not everyone's cup of tea, which I was like, yeah, I can sweet. But yeah, to see it written down, you're like, yeah, that's a fair statement. I did hit it a couple of times.
Oh,
But
Definitely
no, it's
made
good.
sure
Like
it was working.
it breaks down, yeah, from your instant smoke, constant smoke, the volume of smoke, and then your driver control. And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, sweet. And
And
like
that's great, 'cause
Red's there too, which Red is he is a burnout master. He's won burnout masters at Summonats, and he was one of the, well, I believe one of the top, if not the top, judge in the country for years. He's like since sort of retired from judging. He does Tropical Meltdown because Kevin Davis won't let him retire. So it does Tropical Meltdown and he does Fridays as well. But yeah, he is like, in my eyes, yeah, the lead in judging. So yeah, have him out there too. And then he reveals the scores and you're like, all right, this is where I stand. So you can look at a Summonats, probably, yeah, one of the most elite judges there are in the country and go, this is where I stand in his eyes.
Yep.
And then it sort of sets you up to where you think you are and where you are. And yeah. But
Oh,
yeah, I
definitely.
looked at all three of them and I was like, oh, yeah, what's Red got? I looked at that and was like, yeah, I'm stoked with that. I couldn't ask for anything more out of the thing. Like, yeah.
It's good how they break it down. You can see, because what it means is you can go back, look at your skid, and then try and match your numbers up. And then if you go to the next Fridays,
Yeah.
look at a few, look at the top skid, look at Luxifer's skid, compare it to what you done and what your points are at, and then try and better yourself in the next Fridays, and you will be able to see if you got a better score or not. That's the best thing
Yeah.
in my eyes. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, I watched, like, obviously we had content from there, but then I went and watched Shook's content as well on Mod City
No, I've seen him out there.
from, like, the other side.
He's on streams on
And-
Twitch, eh?
Yeah. Awesome dude too, so
Yeah.
g'day, brother. Yeah, I watched, went to watch his from a different angle, and then and after that the scores are already out, so I was like, oh yeah, sweet, I'm going to have a look at the scores and I'm going to watch the skids from like different angles and sort of
Yeah.
see who did what and how, because Luxifer beat Too Cranky by 1 point, which is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So there's just one, like, not even one thing. It's just something that one of the judges like, oh yeah, you get a 9, you get a 10.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
Yeah. That's
Every
all
other
right.
judge had everything else exactly the
Yeah.
same. Well, all three judges had everything exactly the same, bar 1 point somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is
Yeah. It's
fucking
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
And then that's, both tyres going off, them driving off the pad, all that sort of shit. If you don't pop a tyre, that's 5 points from every judge. So that shows what 15 points can do in like a top 10. Like
Yeah,
you're gone. So if you take that to like a big event like Summonats or whatever, if you don't pop one tyre, and there's 3 judges, that's 15 points across the board, you're out. Like you're
Oh yeah.
11 or
definitely-
12 or whatever, and yeah, you got no chance.
Yeah.
So it shows you how tight it can be.
100%.
I think Tropical Meltdown was similar as well. I think theirs was pretty close up the top there with like At Risk and Sicko and that. I think they were pretty tight. But yeah, I love it. It's good. It's good that they release it. It's transparency across the board. And when they did release it too, Ryan Cobb wrote on social media saying like it's what the judges see at the time. So
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah, you can go back and watch video footage and you might see something a little bit different or whatever, but they don't have that luxury. There's no instant replay. It is just what they see at the time. That's what you're getting judged on, and that's how it is.
Yep.
And that burnout pad too is you start wherever you want. So there's that bottom section you can start in where Too Cranky did.
Yep.
I started from the middle section where Luxifer did as well.
Yeah.
Or I think you can start at the top,
Yep.
or you can go the other side and come like back that way.
Yeah. I think they're just letting.
They're
you,
like
they're just letting you fire off. From
start wherever you want.
Yeah.
You have to drive off and drive into that little section in the middle
Yeah.
to change tires, and then you can piss off.
Yep.
But yeah, so having that too, like, because when we did the driver briefing, we walked away. Pete Thompson looks at me and goes, "What do you think? Like, where are you going to start?" I was like, "Fuck, I don't know." I was like, "I was just going to start here," and he goes, "Oh, interesting." And I was like, "What do you mean interesting?" He goes, "I was going to start over there," and I was like, "Why?" And then you start like, everyone's like got a little
Start
game plan in their head,
second-guessing,
like,
Yeah.
like, nah, if you start there, then the wind's doing this, and you're like, fuck.
I don't
And
know
then
about you guys, but anytime
start
I start a
thinking about
skid, as soon as I put my foot down, game plan is fully
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
Like I can't even remember
Yeah. No.
the first thing. Just
Yeah.
which way you're gonna tip it in. That's it.
Originally, I had a plan to start up the top and then because it sort of slopes down a little bit, I was like, oh, I'll start at the top and I'll throw it down and in, and it should be pretty cool. Then it was like, oh, hang on, it'll block out, the crowd won't see it then, because the smoke will go that way, and then because you're sloping down, the higher chance of running off the pad at the bottom because it's going to force you that way. So I was like, nope, that idea is shit. Figure out something different. That
his first run, I'm pretty sure, when they were like, go. It looked like he was coming in to roll in, and then he just got into it. Yeah. Down the hill. Fuck.
Yeah. And it is cool. Like, it's just, it's good that there's so many different variations of what you can do. Like, and they're just like, just do your skid, but you have to drive off, and you have to go to this area and put tires on and shit. So
definitely. They're definitely going in all the right directions.
Yeah, and then, the drift pad. Anyone can go on there.
Yep.
And not blow a set, don't stop, do whatever you want.
Yep.
Not quite.
Definitely some good wheelmen in there. I saw in some Commodores who definitely look like they'd had their fair share of practice in.
Yeah.
Maybe on the streets, maybe
and
not.
Then,
but there's definitely some good wheel work in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it is cool too. Like, you can just, there's a little circuit set up. And
there
was only, I think there was once we rolled over there, and it was like there was someone that we had to wait for.
Yeah.
After that,
Well,
we just
how
rolled
many
on.
people did you get through?
Like straight in.
Honestly, not many.
Yeah.
You were manning it. Hey, so you were
I was there all day.
red flag and
red
Commodores.
Red flag and Pinky is basically the only person that did anything wrong.
I didn't even do anything wrong. I didn't break any rules. It
wasn't technically wrong.
Just made the most smoke.
Just woo up a bit, man.
Honestly, he
all
honestly
you said to me was don't stop.
Wrong.
I was like, all right, I won't stop. I just won't go super fast.
The rules are no statics and keep it moving and stop at the cones where it's like the slowdown zone. And he did everything.
I did all that.
Yeah.
I just produced a bit more smoke than probably normal.
He's on the brake in top gear.
You probably just made a bit more smoke than the rest.
Yeah, because
his first one was mint. Sweet. Like, good driver control because it was actually, semi-fast. Wasn't on the brake too much.
Like power.
And I was playing with it a bit more too. Like I was on and off, on and off.
The second one was just taking the piss. You were like, no, fuck this. Like burnout pad's closed for another 5 hours. I'm going out for a skid.
Yeah. My biggest problem was I didn't look behind me, so I honestly had no idea like how much it was. And then
it was bacon.
I come around the corner. Yeah. Then I saw video footage afterwards, and I was like, oh fuck, like that's taking the piss. And then
you threw a belt in one lap, didn't you?
Yeah. They were fresh 17s. I started. I got to the end, and they were on the belts. Yeah. And then delaminator one. So I was like, that's what I heard it going. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. I got out and had a look. I was like, fuck, they were fresh. So then I was like, maybe I was going a little bit slow. And then I went and spoke to Ryan Cobb because I was like, hey, like I apologise. And he's like, I didn't hear anything. Like no one said anything on the radio, so you're all good.
Well, little did I know.
And I was like, oh, well, fucking. This dickhead red flagged me. And he goes, oh, at least he's doing his job. And I was like, fuck, the only person to get red flagged. Fucking hell.
Well, little did I know, while Pinky was out there on the break, Ryan Cobb was sitting in the drift car next in
behind
line.
Me, yeah.
Oh, no.
But, shit happens. But yeah, it was good. It's still...
good day.
Yeah, it is. It's such a good day.
Definitely.
Get on
weather
out
was
there.
mint. Yeah, like everything. And just, the caliber of cars that are coming to it now are so good.
Yep.
Like,
it's only getting
that
bigger and
event's
bigger.
only going to get bigger and better, yeah.
Yep.
So I think he's got a couple more. I think November, there's one that I want to try and get to because I want to sort of test a few things.
Yeah,
before
I'll
going
try
to
and see if we
Summer
can
Nats.
get majority. Like I'm going to be there fucking no matter what.
Yeah, and it'd be like a good one for Winginit Motorsports too. Like before the end of the year, have like a big showing out there.
Fucking Motorsports doing the dream team.
Yeah,
Straight.
that'd be sick. Then I just want to test a few things before I go to Summer Nats up where I can put it away after that. Yeah, I hope we roll into Summer Nats all sweet. So, and then, next year, he's got a big 2-day event that he's thinking of doing.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
That'll be good.
Nice.
Hopefully, yeah. Camping and everything like that. So, yeah. Which I think a few of us are
keen.
thinking about. Yeah, I'm keen.
Because I got major FOMO from Fridays gone. So
yeah,
I think you touched on that.
definitely.
It really reminded me of how much I want to be on the track.
Yeah. But you're
How do you
saying
think
on the
I
day,
feel?
like it reminded you what your old setup was like before the blower. Because they're basically they're like pretty much exact same.
Pretty much identical.
I think
motors.
the cams are everything different.
Yeah.
Apart from that, everything was the same. So when I was like rolling on power skidding and roll racing and shit,
It
you're
sounded
like,
the same.
Exactly.
It was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
which is sick. Yeah.
Yours seemed to have like a fair bit of curry too. I wasn't surprised, but I was like pleasantly surprised, I guess.
Yeah.
How much power it seemed to have. Even
I was
four
surprised.
people. It was
Yeah.
fucking freight training, man.
Yeah, I was surprised at how sort of much it sort of pulled you back a little bit, just for like
definitely.
a little LS1. I was like, fuck, interesting. And then winning like 3 roll races, I was like, yeah, that's all right. Because I was thinking, I just had the expectation I was going to get dusted every one and look like an idiot. And I was like, at least I'm out there having fun. And then there was a couple that were like side by side, and it was sick. And it was good to have you guys out there too, just sort of give me some advice and teach me and tell me what to do.
It was honestly different going out without a car.
Yeah.
Being the
passenger, getting scared to death for a little bit. But
fucking earth.
And then being able to take us for the skids too, like at the end, that was sick. So
Yeah.
It's always such a good day. And that's the first time that I've done the whole one. So, and I think I did 8 or 9 laps in that one day. It was fucking nuts.
Loves it.
Your mother.
Well, I'll fuck you up.
I thought you had something to say then.
Yeah,
No, I've been a little bit quiet, mate.
Just getting
You?
the mic ready.
What
Kind of fucked the intro up.
who you did?
Yeah.
Well,
Not
with-
the intro. I just didn't really say much.
With your car?
Yeah.
Why? What else?
You got anything to add?
Nothing. It's a
Ah.
shit.
Oh.
You don't have anything more to add. You just
Well,
like
fucked it up.
it up.
I left
Nothing more
it
to
out.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say, but I fucking didn't say something.
I just did a shit job.
Nah, you did all right, man. Man, this is the.
I mean, you
pilot.
could have put a fuel filter in it and that, like, maybe.
There's a fuel filter in it.
Is there?
Yeah.
I thought you
there's
said there weren't.
Oh yeah,
No,
when
there's
you
a
go,
I thought there
fuel
wasn't.
filter.
You were
One
going
is like
through
the
'em.
pump.
Yeah.
Oh, the fuel
Oh,
pump.
okay.
Yeah, didn't you chew through like 4 trying to get on the trail and get to
I went
Rocky
through
Nats?
3
That
fuel
was
pumps. I went through 3 fuel pumps in as many
some-
days.
Something else is going on there.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you figured it out at
One-
Rocky. You're,
Oh, I just said rewire
thought there
it,
was
like-
No,
For some reason, I thought there was no fuel filter on it.
No, like it's been like that for fucking ages. Like, and
it's
Yeah,
been
right.
like that since I built it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then all I suggested just rewire
Jesus.
because a bad earth can fuck a pump. So it was pretty much just like
Are you getting beers?
rewire it, fucking see what happens, and it kept the pump after that, didn't it?
Well, as far as we know, we don't know. It could have failed again. That could have been why I melted a fucking piston.
Yeah.
Like, we actually don't know, but
Sweet. Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
I'll go fuck myself. Nah.
Yours is right. Yours is right there.
Nah, Rocky Nats
Yeah.
was sweet.
You don't drink anything else bar Fireball.
Next year will be even better because we'll all be running rear brakes and we'll do the street parade. So,
Well,
How's the
Well.
sketch up? Wow.
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 if we're there,
That's if
Yeah.
there. Well, yeah, that's
Depending on what Ryan Cobb does.
that's
with his
going to
event.
clash with
Well,
Ryan
Ryan
Cobb's
Cobb needs
2-day
to,
event.
And the only
make
reason,
his mind up.
the only
Let us
reason,
know.
well, for me personally, but I don't know about you guys. I mean, it's in Brisbane, so it's close.
Yeah.
But from where we are sitting right now, it's 21 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
So it's a lot shorter of a drive than 5 or 6 hours up the highway.
Yeah.
We've
But
all done
then,
Rocky
you look
Nats.
at Rocky Nats and you're like, fuck, we've done the first 3.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you start collecting number plates and you're like, I want to collect them all. And then, but
I just want a bit of
Just-
variety, but
yeah,
in saying
the track
that,
time and shit
it's
too is
the
way different.
local ones I always want to support.
Yeah.
Like it's those
Yeah.
are the ones I want to be at. Kind
And
of.
Ryan's supporting us too, so we definitely want to support him.
Definitely, like that's why. Yeah, we're definitely. I'd rather make the effort.
It's
to go
not
to
called the
that.
Summer Nats podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
No shade on Summer Nats, by the way. Love
No,
Summer Nats, but just saying.
But yeah, Ryan definitely, yeah. But like, you can go, like, I travel all the way to Rocky Nats and all I do is skid.
Yeah.
Like, I traveled 21 minutes down the road from my house and I went thrashing it, roll raced it, demo skid, drifting, and then skid as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Like,
difference.
that's a
You're
massive
worn- and
difference.
you're
And
fucking-
camping there or I drive back home
And you're
again.
worn out
Like,
by the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would. Yeah. If
Yeah.
it turns into a multi-day event, I'm there over Rocky Nuts. Like I've done the couple years, and I've said I want to miss some to gain some. So I think this
Yeah.
is the time that I'm going to miss Rocky.
Yeah.
If this will be a yearly thing,
Yeah.
then be doing that. But like Tropical's one I want to hit. I'd love to
Yeah.
hit next year or something.
Yeah, definitely tropical. I've done it. Like, I used to live up there, so I've been to the first 8 as a spectator.
Oh yeah, right.
Used to be in Cairns, so yeah, been to the first 8, 7 or so. Was always a shit face at the bar watching. It was sick. And then skidded once in Cairns, and then I've done one in Mariba.
Yep.
But yeah, that event is
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
Yeah, I just
It's
want to get up
absolutely
there. Like, it
nuts.
looks like a blast, and like it's just
Yeah.
one of them other.
And the backdrop
mint
too, like you're in the
events.
country, man. There's nothing but like there's massive big windmills and shit behind you.
and it's part of Northern Nats now, right?
Yeah,
that's
so
combined
they-
or
the same
something
show?
now.
They
Yeah,
brought
yeah,
them
yeah.
together, yeah. So there used to
That's
be
good.
Lee
One
Harvey.
big fucking show.
Yeah, Lee Harvey ran Northern Nats or runs Northern Nats.
Yep.
And then he would have like decent prize money, but never had the Masters ticket.
Yeah.
And it would be, I think, May. I think he used to run it in. And then Tropical Meltdown was August, but that had a Masters ticket and still had like decent money. That had the Masters ticket attached to it. So you'd get some guys traveling up from down south or WA or whatever for one and then not the other one.
Because they're close, too close.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if you're coming from WA or Victoria or whatever, like to go to Cairns twice within a few months is a big ask.
Definitely.
So they decided this year they'd join together and put on a hell of an event, have big money and have the Masters ticket.
Yep.
1 or 2, I think. I can't remember. Maybe 2, and then a wildcard one as well, because someone had to change the whole wildcard platform as well. So, where you used to sort of travel and do well at events, and you'd get a Masters call up, but now they're actually out of like your placings. They're going, all right, these 3 or these 4, whatever, already have a Masters ticket.
It's like 3rd and 4th place.
Yeah, we'll take the 5th and 6th place, whatever. And give one. They don't have to. I think they're sort of just doing it willy-nilly, or there might be certain events. I know Gazinat, I think, has 2 Masters and maybe 1 or 2 wildcard tickets. But, yeah, it's good to see, because then throughout the year when they release it, we all know who's going in.
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't wait till the end of the year and get a call and go, yeah, you're in. So,
yeah.
But, yeah, Tropical Meltdown, definitely. Yeah, Fridays, we definitely want to go to that one. I'm keen to do the one next year, like the 2-day event. Yeah, like it's going to suck missing out on Rocky, but, yeah, logistically it's... 20 minutes down the road, and it's 2 days, and I get to race, and
I'll be jumping on
it. Definitely, yeah.
You get more track time from the one day at Fridays than you do the whole weekend at Rocky Nats. I mean,
it's just a different event.
Yeah,
it's just a way different event.
Yeah,
you
can't enter enough at Rocky Nats to have the same experience. I think
it's no
the
dig at
experience
Rocky
is
Nats.
completely different. It's like Power Cruise. It's a Power Cruise.
100%.
Like Fridays is
it's
the same
Power
format
Cruise,
or similar format to a Power Cruise. So similar, like you get the similar things out of it. So I think there's some Nats you don't even get the same amount. Like some Nats you can skid or lap.
Yeah, they're more of they're more of a skid one for like trying to crown the best burnout car. You know, these other events are like an all rounder, which are fucking
which you can't. Yeah, there's this and Tropical Meltdown, Northern Nats. It's similar. Like there's roll racing.
Yep.
There's a little bit of cruising, but the cruising ties in because the drag strip's right beside it, so you can't do both at the same time. Because you're allowed to cruise through the burnout pad and rip the skid. Yep. You can't do that if someone's cutting a fucking 6-second pass beside you in like a door slammer, so they're like you can't do that at the same time. So that's
a bit dangerous.
Yeah, you still get track time, you still get cruising time and everything, but it's just it's a difference. Whereas out here at Fridays, you can do everything and it just keeps rolling around and around and around.
Yeah.
And then so I think it's just different setups, different circuits they have, and everyone's just dealing with what they have in front of them. And I think Ryan's
100%.
Yeah, I think Ryan's hit the money like out here. It's
QR is a good setup.
Like,
and the revamp it's had is
I'll make thinking some money into
like
it.
Definitely. I mean,
it is like a pristine.
The only thing I think that ever let that track down was the track. I think in supercars, like not big, but one of the biggest things they said was good about that track is no matter where you're sitting, you see the whole race.
It's flat. That's what I was about to say. I love it because it's flat and you can see everything.
Yeah,
but probably for them it's probably not challenging.
Thing. Yeah.
But I heard that he's changing the track.
I've seen a few different, like, I don't know if they're true or not, but on Facebook, like a few blueprints or whatever you call them of the track being extended. So whether that happens or not.
Might go up, like a bit of a slope and then down or whatever, but
Well, one came up like around the back, that road you usually come in on. It comes like up the back and out where like the dirt rally is. Like went off into there and come around back and then joined up onto the main straight.
It'd be sick to get V8s back out there again. Like it's
Well, I think he's got them back there, hasn't he?
No, I don't think so.
They're doing testing and fucking everything there.
I think that might be the one just below. Pardon me, just below the V8s.
Yeah, okay.
Because I know
it's getting close anyway.
Kyle was Phantom. Yeah, Kyle was Phantom sponsoring one. I don't think they're V8s, but I could be wrong. But he's been out there testing a few times.
Yeah, mad. Yeah, he's definitely brought a lot of the racing back, but whether there's any...
And now it's go-karts out there as well. The pits, the carports, like the garages, everything is just... And now you can stand on top of the pit lane, under umbrellas and like watch everything.
Go-karts is actually going to be fun, like the Fridays we were just at, like while the Burnout comp was on.
Yeah.
They were pumping the go-karts, so people were like
8:30 at night.
Yeah, people were like pissing off and going to jump on and do a couple of laps of go-karts and go have a fucking bit of a race, bit of a laugh, and come back and watch Burnouts. Like, that's fucking pretty cool.
I think Andrew and his whole family, they had a crack.
Yeah, they all went out.
Well.
Their family was basically there the whole day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah, it's definitely a good venue. And the 2-day event next year, you can camp there as well. He's trying to sort it out so you can camp there.
Yep.
Leave your cars in the carport or the garage or whatever you pay for. And then, it'll be mint. If we can do it like that, it'd be sick. I'll be there.
100%. Oh, yeah. I'll be
Fucking
there.
As long as there's no cars back at the campsite, because that's where it gets rowdy.
Yeah.
The 1 a.m. limiter
Don't do
checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Power Cruise.
Power Cruise.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
man.
bit rowdy sometimes. It's been
Which always-
dangerous.
always
Definitely some
happens.
good memories.
Yeah,
It always
Sure.
happens.
yeah, it's a bit dangerous.
Fat
bloody
laps at midnight.
Yeah.
with cars
But,
or
it's...
scooters.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh, if you know, you know.
if you know, you know.
Nitrous.
Nitrous and scooters don't mix
And the...
Well,
so
they do,
that's...
but not for
for a
long.
bit.
So Friday's event we've all just been to.
Yep.
That was like a week ago now.
Number 10.
It was Friday's number 10. The next event we're heading to is Sugar City Powerfest in Mackay.
Yep.
So I know it's like sort of a hometown for you guys. I used to live there as well for a
Yep.
few years. I've skidded there before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Born and bred, bloody base hospital.
Yep.
I think I was there till 2022. So yeah,
Yep.
a lot of my life.
Yep. So yeah, Jason Earl's
most of
event
life.
up there.
Yeah,
I know we all spoke to him at Rocky Nats. I've known Jason for like a long time now. Living like up in Moranbah and
Yep.
all that sort of shit. So runs a very good event. Roll racing, burnouts, power skids, or actual drag racing as well as roll racing, I think. Or
Yeah,
race your
there's
mates.
there's
race your
everything.
mates
I think,
platform,
it's, I think it's a mixture of everything.
like race your mates, and then there's like an actual drag racing.
You got Go to O, which I've tried to do at the last few events because honestly I have not done that since or even seen it since fucking way back in the day, and I've never actually done it. So I'm like, one of those little events that I've always wanted to fucking just get in and
Go to O to me is like
give it a go.
an event where you just slap like 15s on and just
You stab it,
bang the
power
fuck out of them,
skid,
and then
and-
stop me like,
Yeah.
I wasn't here for Go to O, bruss, and then just drive off and be like,
oh, this is the go.
there'd be
I thought it
fucking
was the
Ryan
power
out there
skids.
being like,
Yeah,
red
yeah,
flag,
yeah.
fucking noise, it's not a fucking skid pad, dickhead. Like, well, it is, bruss. I started in, I stopped there. Doesn't matter what I did in between. Yeah.
But that's
so-
the fun. You just fucking stab it, get there as quick as you can, try to stop on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch guys like Rodney Meyer had an event in Townsville, which a lot like Barber and Jay and all them go to, and they did the same thing. It's like, they have all he can do there is to go to woe, apart from like a static show.
Yeah.
And you just see all the burnout boys roll in, and they just fucking skid the whole
Yeah,
thing, and
skid
then
and
then they
fucking
just stop, and it's like, everyone knows what you're here for, but that's how they sort of get around it,
Yeah.
which is cool. I think it's Motor Madness up there in Townsville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sugar City Powerfest, September 15 to 17.
Yep.
Something
believe.
like
So it's about pretty
The
middle of
mid-September?
September. It's
Yeah.
the week.
Friday,
week
Saturday,
after
Sunday
Power
event.
Cruise.
Yeah, so it's 3 days.
Yep.
Starts Friday, finishes Sunday evening.
Yep. You camp out at
Camping,
the
there's,
racetrack,
all the shit, yeah.
You're at the racetrack, like the quarter mile racetrack,
Yeah.
burnout pads next to it. You'll be camping in the vicinity, like all events are in the vicinity that you're going to be doing. So you just camp up and take turns having fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Should be
It's
really
my
good.
old stomping grounds where I did my first legal skid.
You coming
Yeah.
up?
Go on.
Yeah.
Jump up.
Come
Jump
on.
up. Go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on.
He wants to, he's like, are you sure?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up you get.
I can don't flex on next to the big fella. Is it? No, you're too big for me, bro.
Yeah, good old Palmyra. That's where me
Yeah.
and Damo raced our first cars.
Yeah,
did
so,
our first skids.
The VB race there probably 10 years ago, and it was 308. I think it's the last time it's been, but I actually haven't skidded on their pad.
And they've spent some money on that whole thing too, like the whole, because they got flooded, I think 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, that thing's been
Yeah.
flooded multiple times.
Yeah, and then they recently updated or like upgraded, the whole
Yeah.
strip. I know the
Yep.
pad's been widened, so the entry sort of kicks out a bit to your left.
Yeah, it just
It's like
got
a bit of a
widened
weird
and it
shape, but yeah.
widened
Pad
and
is
extended
massive.
again.
Looks like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could looks like you can nut the entry. If anyone got any takers, okay.
No.
So
Oh,
I
my
entered.
guards in.
I entered on what's today?
Trying to
Today's
preserve
Monday.
them.
So yeah, I entered on Saturday night. So
Yep.
I entered V8s, pros,
Oh, look out.
and racing.
So did you separate
power
or did you do
skids.
like the
I did the $400 one.
package? Yeah,
$400 package. So yeah, so Jason's got a $400 package which allows you to do every driving event,
Yep.
and then it's an extra $150 to enter another burnout category,
Or class.
which I automatically sort of entered the pros, I guess, and then I put down the V8s as well.
Yep.
So that bumps up to $550, but then before July 31st, I think it is, it's $50 discount, so it's $500. So $500, I can do everything I want and skid in 2 categories.
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, fucking...
Basically double entered for skids.
Yeah, double entered for skids. So yeah, do V8s and then do pros, racing, roll racing, power skids.
What's the go with V8s? You can't enter with a blower?
You can't enter.
As soon as you blow,
we
automatically get put into pro.
Just pull 2 plug leads off and enter the 6s.
So we're basically... we're automatically in the V8s, but we can be in the pros. You have to be in the pros. You will be in the 6s. I think you can opt to be in the pros if you want. Or is he...
Automatically, no. Force fed is automatically pro.
No, I think it's only V8
it's
up,
only V8.
force fed.
I can do 6s and
Yeah,
pros.
6-cylinder.
So
6-cylinder, I think, could still be in 6s.
I'm doing both.
Yeah, I thought you could choose to be in the 6, but I thought because
If I'm in the
I don't think it has to go to pros. I don't think it has to. But
if I'm in the pros,
okay.
if I'm only in the pros, I'm going to be giving it hell.
yeah, I think he can be in the 6s, but I think any V8 boosted
Force,
has to be in the pros, which is why Kieran has to be in the pros.
Yeah. I thought it was,
So we bring in
It's
an
how,
NA manifold and carby
it's how
setup.
some events sort of like when you put a blower on or put a turbo on, it doesn't matter about the car or the driver. They're like you technically have like a pro built car because you put force induction on it, so you have to go in that pro class.
Definitely.
Whether you're like, oh, I'm not a pro driver, or whatever, it doesn't matter. You chose to go down this route, you have to be in this class. So you can't roll in. You know, fucking sicko can't roll into a V8 and be like, oh, I'll just join the V8 class and just go and pump everyone.
Why not? It's a V8.
It's but that's how they separate the classes. So whereas mine's still NA, yours is still NA, so we can do both. Even though I've been in the Masters before, I've been in like the wild card before. Technically, I can, and then unless a promoter says to me like, "Hey, I'd rather you didn't do it," I wouldn't do it. But if they don't tell me I can't, then I'll go and do it, and I'll have a crack at both.
Sounds like
for me, that's 6 skids. So I think it's a skid each day. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday you skid. Sunday's the finals. Yeah,
sounds like Pinky and Cuddles are doing a fucking top end swap.
I was literally about to say that. How quick can you boys get the blower off? Because I know
pretty easy. The most involved thing would be drilling your crank. That's the hardest bit.
So for his pro skid, he's blown. For your pro skid, you're blown.
Yeah. Well, I've got those Gen 4.
Just gets Cuddles to be able to bloody enter twice to do the V8s.
Yeah, well, while you're there, you might as well
you
chuck
get
the
double
blower on
skids.
Pinky.
Oh, you mean talking about doing the swap in the pits?
Yeah.
Ah,
Fuck, that's savage.
truth. That's doable.
That's brutal.
Blower, carby intake.
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
NA to boosted.
We took the whole blower off Cuddles back at Rocky to do a head. We did a head gasket in like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blower's nothing.
And we were
if
full
you
of
got to
piss.
skid first, and then I got to skid
Water.
like last, it'd be doable.
Yeah.
You'd have to just
interesting.
obviously talk to Jason and be like, hey man, one of us skid first. We're going to do a blower swap in the pits, and the other one skids as late as
Unless
possible to give us like
over
the most time.
Unless it's over the fucking another round the next day or something. I don't know.
We'd have to
But
practice
you
it.
can work it.
We'd have to have a mechanic each side. We'd have
Everyone's
to
got to
have
roll, and you just jump in and go.
Be funny
But-
when you enter it, but you want to enter the V8 car. That's blown. It won't
Like,
be.
it won't be in a minute. Just give me a sec.
just do a top swap.
Yeah. Fuck oath.
Blower manifold versus carby
Yeah,
manifold.
yeah.
Just,
Man, if I had enough time and enough money, I'd just build another engine, and then you just yank engines out.
swap.
Just swap,
Yeah.
Put the slapper in, it's a V8.
Yeah, yeah.
Put the other motor in, it's blown. But yeah, by then I'll have, because I just bought Gen 4 rods and pistons, so we're going to slap them in.
well, we got to fucking
Hopefully.
discard of the old ones.
Before? Are we doing that before?
Hopefully not through the fucking block.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
fucking
I don't want
nice.
to fucking. Yeah, I don't want to throw them out left and right while they're in the block.
Yeah.
Are we doing?
Don't do
No,
it,
we're not doing that
Kieran.
before. Mackay, are we doing it after Mackay? Before Rocky? I'm going to put the Gen 4s in, I think. Turn it
Yeah, it
up.
might be pushing it a bit.
Yeah. So Mackay will be rolling in basically how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless I
Bump
slap
that limit
unless
up
I
to
slap
8,000.
Yeah, unless I slap his on there, which would just be fucking how it is. But I don't really want to do that on Gen 3s. We'll see.
Well, we got to look at
We get
mine
fucking
anyway.
drunk between now and then and be like, yeah, it's happening. It's a great system.
I want to take the motor out of
1.6
mine to
now.
have a look at
Yeah.
it. So
Hey.
I want to take the motor out of mine
Yeah, and just have a look.
in the next
Check
couple of
over.
weeks to.
Because what do you need? You need
Have
head
a look at
gaskets and shit. In your
Well,
car.
we done that head gasket in the
in Rocky.
in the friggin' cricket field at Rocky.
When we were drunk and
Yeah, just want to take the
Like,
whole thing
what-
apart and
didn't we
just.
finish at like 1:30 in the morning? Or
Something like
It's
that.
pretty late. Yeah.
and then we went to bed and then wake up at like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Oh man, it was woeful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
Went
I was
back and skid
wrecked.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to have a
Yeah.
look at it and then swap to studs and that and
Told you you'd lick
do it
his
all at the
knot
same time.
on TV. Barber, everyone's watching. Don't do it. Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon studs and gaskets and that thing will be pretty solid.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pushing 16 pound into it now, so because it's an 871, it breathes a lot of air. It's like over 500 cubes per revolution of the blower. So it's 293 cube motor, so it's pushing a lot of air. We underdrive it, but it still makes like
Yeah, it's
heaps of
forcing
boost.
it through, yeah.
Mm.
So it's but it goes good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah. Mackay, September, mid-September, 15th, 17th will be the next place you'll see pretty much all of the Winginit Motorsports fleet. There'll be the four of us. So Cuddles, Pinky, Winginit, and EcoBoost. There'll be one bad vag with Brett, maybe.
Yeah, he's in
Or-
the
It's on,
water.
Doesn't know?
It's on the fence now.
Okay.
Yeah, he was saying it was, I think, already meant to be there getting painted.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, the owner's just scared because I called him out for a drag race and he's worried.
Yeah, he doesn't
So-
want to
Because he's got
shut his head.
nitrous too, and you've got a blower, so...
Yeah. Oh, he was talking it up, mate, but
He's
Yeah,
gotta
I heard
come to- he's
when
gotta
you got
come
his
to
can't
find
handle
out.
the heat. I
Wasn't
think
the
he's come to
loser-
his senses a bit.
Wasn't the loser shaving their hair or something?
Yeah, doing something. I don't know.
Coming to fucking
Something
my
like that.
side
I'll
of
do
the
whatever,
world.
mate.
Well, if you don't show
Living
up,
that
I think you
bald life.
automatically lose. So it
Oh,
looks like he's
that's
losing.
that's
Yeah.
what I think.
Oh, forfeit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have a group chat, and it's all in the group chat, so we can pull records. if we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to.
I
We can go through the filing
I think we even
videoed.
we recorded
It
it.
got videoed at
Yeah,
the
in the
property.
engine
Oh,
room.
there
Yeah.
you go.
It was
The
proper-
challenge
it
was
called
laid
out.
down.
So, yeah, it's amazing what alcohol
Yeah.
can do to someone. Okay,
But
so
yeah, so him and maybe.
so one bad badge might be out.
Shifty.
Shifty,
Well,
we don't know. We're going to twist his arm.
can't say too much because no one knows anything that's going on with that thing at the moment. but-
Nothing's going on with Shifty. What are
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
talking
no,
about?
Yeah,
He's just
Fucking
sitting
V6
over,
in
he's
it.
just sitting over there drinking fucking Pasitos and loving life.
Yeah.
He's on the hard stuff.
But
Yes.
at this
Fucking ginger
stage,
pubes.
don't think he's coming.
Yeah.
Roger.
It'd be the
He's
Yeah.
prepping for
Okay,
next
so
Rocky
four of
Nuts
us.
until we
But then the other one is Miles.
go.
Yeah.
Miles should be
Skyline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's
It's-
got all these
it's coming
ducks in a
along.
row there. That thing's coming together. So
Yep.
yeah, it just needs a
LS3 and a R33.
yeah big cam in that thing.
there. So a
Test
boat,
fitted
boat anchor on a
62.5.
boat, so we're
Bigger,
ready to go.
bigger mullet behind the wheel. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And did he have a mustache the other day? I
Yep.
saw. Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking Jesus, Bryce. What are you
got the
doing?
mustache.
You're gonna start hunting some fucking gators and shit. That's what he looks like.
Stash gets the gash.
I saw,
You know what
oh
they
man, I saw that video and I was just like, Bryce, what are you doing? Fuck, gonna be hanging out of a tinny in no time.
Oh shit.
So yeah, there'll be okay. So there's at least 4 of us, if not 5, maybe 6,
Yeah.
maybe 7 if Shifty pulls his finger out and one bad vag grows a set of testicles.
Yeah. Bit iffy.
So
I
we'll
think
be up
Andrew's a bit iffy now too. Like,
Just
he's-
was coming. Obviously, he's supposed to be coming as well with the car.
yeah, he was bringing his. It just got painted. That thing looks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mint.
yeah,
The
so-
green's nice.
Fuck yeah.
So classic lacquer. So yeah,
Yeah.
painted wing in it.
Should see it in person, mate.
going to be painted.
Painted or
He's-
painting EcoBoost, building
yeah.
his own burnout car. So he's hasn't skidded yet, hasn't
Yeah.
got a burnout car, but he's building one.
VS long
VS wagon.
Yep.
Yeah, long roof life.
Yeah.
Nah, VR wagon, mate. Buick
Oh,
life.
yeah.
Is
It's
it
a
VR?
VR, mate.
Is
It's a
it?
VR,
Yeah.
mate.
Ah, right.
There is a
Same
difference.
shit, dude.
Nah,
Yeah,
there is
isn't it just
nah.
different headlights and shit? Fuck
No,
no,
it's the
man.
same
Same headlights.
Look
Look at him.
different
Look at him.
base.
Since
See,
he's
even
brought
he
one.
knows
Don't get me
shit.
going, mate.
Look at both.
Since he's brought
You
one,
got us
he's just
going.
like,
Fucking burnt up
fucking
over
calm
here.
down, bro.
There is a difference.
This
Both
couch
of
ain't
these
big
two
enough,
cunts, eh?
dog.
They're like fucking whoa.
Yeah, he's got a VH his whole
He
life.
loves
Now he's
his-
like, oh, I got a fucking VR, dog.
Kieran's team
Look
VR.
at
I'm
it.
team
I'm team.
VS.
I'm team VR.
Yeah, you got
Because
10
I
grand.
had a VR for my first car, and it's like, you know, how you see the old blokes and they're like, "Oh, I love a good HQ Monaro," and you're like, you look at it, you look at it, and you're
I don't
like,
know where that came from, them. That was fucking weird.
Well, that's how they talk.
Yeah, right.
All old blokes talk like that.
It's
especially
you,
if they
it's you in like
HQ
10
Monaros.
years, bro. Calm down.
It's me in like fucking right now, especially with VR VS combos.
Yeah,
I love them.
apparently, yeah.
I love them.
You got real. Yeah, can I join that couch? You got real. We should swap actually. You should be.
Yeah,
able
we
to get
should.
your
Yeah,
VR
it should be
VR
VR
brothers.
VS
Yeah.
camp versus
With the early
fucking
girls
you
over
blokes.
there. Even though you have a VH, but
VB, VK.
apparently the VR's taking over your life.
He wants a
the
VS.
VH V
VR.
smH, mate. It's all right.
Here we go.
Anyone want to swap? Hit me up.
He's got a mint VN and he wants a VR.
I do have a VN.
Preferably a sedan and preferably white.
Got off me good mate Reese. Slowly chipping away at it, trying to clean it up a bit because it's a nice straight car, but I really want a VS. VR VS.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah.
There's one on Facebook, man. 8 grand, tubbed, ready to roll.
He wants VS.
I want a VS, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, Roger.
He
I'll
wants
do.
mine.
I'll do your offering to swap up the VH. Then I was like, fuck, righto.
Yeah, I am.
It'll be a roller.
I am. No.
Yeah. Okay,
Good,
sorry, it
clean
won't be
BS,
roller. It
I'll
won't be
swap
roller.
you.
It just have a slapper in it with a turbo killer cam, and I'll take your motor.
Offers.
And that's how we roll.
Everything's for sale.
Yeah, that thing ain't leaving Winginit Motorsports. How it is. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, you never know. You're in Summernats, eh?
Yeah, I am.
Well, you got your good rods and pistons, and
I do have
that blower's just going to be sitting there, mate.
Gen 4's coming.
It's not doing a whole lot, mate.
Yeah. Cuddle's not entered into
Yeah,
Summernats, so
Yeah, I was going to say, sadly, we fucking...
Even if you try.
wanging it's either.
Yeah,
Not
only
going.
got-
I just didn't make it. Like there was all
Yeah,
these
it's just too
releases, and I
much.
was never onto it.
And I
I just didn't enter.
So
yeah,
are we?
I
Are
wasn't
we?
really trying.
Are we saying
not this
Pinky
year.
could be blown for someone else? Is that what you're hinting at?
Well, could be.
With Gen 4.
Depends how scared the owner is of
Like, I'm ready to roll,
getting
bro.
stuck
Let's
into
go.
it.
I've definitely been looking up flights to fly down.
Come down. Yeah, come down. Buy your buddy pass.
Just fly in fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Would be
Hollywood.
sick to
fly in,
fly
fly
or
out.
something.
For sure.
I am not driving if I'm not towing a car. Fuck.
It would be sick, yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like
I'll do the driving. You guys can fly in. I'll pick you up from the
we
airport.
can put camping
and
gear on a
Yeah.
truck or something like.
Put
we
on the
could
truck and we
definitely-
can off we go. Oh yeah, I'll take
fly
your
down
swag
for a
and shit.
bit.
With, I'll take your swag with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fly in. I'll have his blower. You'll swag. Let's go. Fucking dream made in heaven.
I mean, you could. Like the car's set up, power glide, 9-inch. You got
yeah.
the ProStar 500 pump, which is all just we just hook up the fuel line and
Got the Gen 4s
put the
and
timing
shit
map
now.
in it, and it's like
So basically, after Mackay, would have to go and pull the engine out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Put
pretty
the
much.
Gen 4s in, put the blower on, change head gaskets,
We'd have to tell everyone we're not doing it, and then just rock up.
rock up and do
With it
it.
done.
I mean, I think everyone watching now.
Yeah. but
Actually, yeah,
No,
let us-
we can make some shit up.
How
You know,
about-
we can make something up
Yeah,
where it's
just-
like,
just
I know
to
we said
find
we were
out.
going.
Edit this out. Yeah. How
Yeah.
about you actually tell us if you want us to do it or not?
Mm.
If we crack a
do
certain
you want
number,
us
a certain number of likes or comments, we'll do it. How
Definitely.
about that?
Yeah.
Pick a number, and if we crack that number of likes, we'll put your blower on Pinky and we'll roll into someone else.
Likes.
Yeah. Or how many?
We could clip this. We'll clip it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll release it as like a short clip.
Yeah.
How many likes?
How many likes, and we'll put the blower on Pinky and we'll roll in to someone else.
Depends if it's Facebook or YouTube.
Facebook. We'll do it as a Facebook post.
Yeah.
1,000 likes.
That's heaps. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do that.
Shoot for the stars, brother. Let's go.
1,000, man. If we
Why
get
not?
1,000 likes on a post, that would be the first time ever.
That'd be good.
All right.
I think most we've got.
1,000 likes, we'll chuck Cuddles' blower on the Pinky Slapper with Gen 4s in it
Yeah.
after Powerfest and Mackay. And then
We'll
that's
get
how-
it done
that's how
before
goes to
Summernats.
And then I can go and test out here in November.
Yep.
And you can just have the
Well,
Just
I'll
the
get the
stock- the
carby
stock-
back. I'll put it on
yeah.
the 4.8. See how
Go
slow
have
that
some
is.
fun. Go and
Should
have
be
some fun
should
out
be
there.
okay, but
Yeah.
iron
we'll do
block
that.
weighs 3 million kilos.
We'll do that. All right. So when this gets released, we'll do. Yeah, you can do your shit. 1,000 likes.
Yep.
And we're all right. And
All right, there you go.
Pinky goes
We're
to
on.
Summernats blown.
Over to you lot.
See?
Yeah. If it doesn't rock up there blown, it's literally your fault. I don't know which camera I'm looking at right now, but fucking,
All of
it's
them.
fucking one of yours.
Hello.
It's one of yours faults. All right.
Yep.
So it's on yous now. So yeah, definitely like, subscribe, share all your shit, our shit, and yeah, let's go. Let's get it blown.
100%.
Let's get it going to Summernats.
Let's do it.
So yeah, I think that might be the end of pilot number 1.
I
Wrapping
think
it up.
so, yeah. We've
Talked about
Just stumbled on a
Fridays and,
fucking-
our cars and winging it and
stumbled on a bit.
going to
got an
Mackay a
idea
bit. Yeah.
What we got coming.
So yeah, I guess moving forward, hopefully we do this a lot more. It'll be released sort of coinciding with content on the Winginit Motorsports. So the Friday's episode was sort of like last week.
Last week, yeah.
So edit this one up. We'll get it out in the next sort of week or two, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then, we'll sort of balance it out with the normal sort of content that's on,
Oh, yeah,
on the
definitely.
channel.
This is-
It won't be like, it won't
Yeah.
be all the time, but yeah, it might be
Yep.
one a month to start with, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how it sort of...
I'd say we'll definitely
Everyone's
try
work
and,
schedules
Yeah.
is like the hardest thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah, I'll
we
work-
line
yeah.
it up. Like, we'll try and pump them out
Yeah.
somewhat regularly.
And yeah, basically to see how it's received, I guess, see how everyone likes it. If it sort of hits,
Yep.
we'll stick with it. We'll keep doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, release it once a month at the start. If we need to, we'll We'll update that to like 2 or whatever.
Yep.
We're also talking about getting some guests on maybe to talk about stuff. So if you have any ideas, if you have people that you want us to talk to and
questions you want us to ask them if we do get them on.
Ask
also,
questions.
questions if you have questions for us. So we all have burnout cars. We all enter comps. If you have questions you want to ask us, send them to
either the page or I was going to say
Winginit Motorsports socials.
Even comment on the videos, like whether it's something to do with the Facebook
below,
Winginit or the YouTube Winginit. Like
we see everything. We see every single comment.
Yeah, if
there's someone watching everything.
If you comment on one of them, like guys, I can do this or talk about this. Yep. It'll get spoken about as long as
if you have a show you want us, or like a comp or a show you want us to talk about or promote, or questions to ask us, anything like that, or guests you want us on,
anything, anyone you want to see on, like what you want to see, just
and also if there's topics or I guess topics that you want us to sort of go down that road, and we can make it a regular thing or whatever. Hit us up, leave comments, message any one of us socially. One of us will see it and we'll all react to it. So.
Definitely.
But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Pilot episode number 1. Hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you at the next one.
Idle talk out.
Yeah, idle talk. Catch us.
Mang.
You going to do it or what?
Yeah.
You've been quiet the whole time. Can I get a... There you go. And here comes Jasper. He's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Hey.
Good job, boys.
Sick.
Go. Cheers.
Mang, mang.
No wonder he's quiet. Fucking look at him. Smacked too much fireball, Russ.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I wasn't recording.